Hi, I wanted to talk about Zillow. Zillow is a great resource when you're selling or buying a home, when you're looking for values. And on my side of the table as a professional, a real estate professional, we get some frustration with Zillow, but in general, Zillow has just quite a few amazing tools. But I want to discuss two things, and I'll do a two-part series on this. Part one is when you're buying a home, and then part two is when you're selling a home, and just how Zillow works and how we incorporate it in our marketing. So part one is when you're buying a home. So when you look on Zillow and you look at a home for sale, you often will see the listing, you'll see the price, you'll see the details of the home. In Utah, we're a little bit unique here where unless you click on the actual MLS link that is embedded on the Zillow page, it will just show the Zillow stats on the home. Zillow and most states in the country post only above ground square footage. So like a good example is my home on Zillow, even though our home is double the size of what Zillow says, because half our home is below ground, they only count the above ground square footage. So when you're looking at a listing on Zillow, you need to click on the MLS link because that will actually show you the full square footage on the home. That's a unique Utah thing. There are a few other states that do it, but here. A second thing is, so as you're scrolling on the listing and you're looking at it, and if you're at all interested in the home, you'll notice it'll say contact agent. And there will be a few different agents on the bottom of the listing on Zillow. What's interesting is that is not only not the listing agent, it is also just an agency that paid to have their names put in there as someone who could show the home. So they don't have a vested interest in the seller side, but they also don't have a vested interest in you. It's just an advertising tool for people. Opening up the door a little bit is these are typically agents. So like for us, we have paid for Zillow ads as well. And what happens is usually the newest agent on the team is the agent who is embedded there that answers the phone. So even if it was, say, my picture and my name, it would have a phone number associated with probably the newest agent who had time to field phone calls. So the reason why I bring that up is if you are looking to talk directly to a seller on a Zillow listing, that is not the vehicle to do it. You'll usually have to look at the MLS link. Or second is if you have a friend who's an agent or an agent that you work with, call that person. They can help you get it shown. Because what we have found is that those Zillow agents and what we have trained our agents to do on Zillow is create so much urgency that they forget, that the buyer usually forgets about their own relationships with any agents and just runs over and looks at the home. It can cause problems for you as a buyer, create an awkward situation. And if you're looking just to get represented, it can often cause a little bit of problems there. So anyway, that's part one of a little how Zillow works.